Call Lord Yahweh Bashmi Awashai Bashem Harakakadash. Hey man, there's just so many current events, so many things happening, man. Remember this. The Lord Yahweh has his way in the whirlwind. All right, first I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders and teachers of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. It says here in this news article that was just put out, basically, Hurricane Ian, latest news. Rescue efforts in Florida continue as storm churns towards South Carolina. So this is wild. It says Ian regained hurricane strength as it powered across Atlantic Ocean on Thursday afternoon toward Georgia and the Carolinas as a Category 1 storm. It might strengthen to 3, 2, or possibly 4, you see, or close to 5, as it did earlier. And it smashed all their asses, you know. Let's just play this little video clip. Let's see what it is. This is the wreckage.
The amount of water that's been rising and will likely continue to rise today, even as the storm is passing, is basically a 500-year flood event.
Bear in mind, this is where a lot of the porno companies and shit all reside. You know what I mean? See this? Naples, Kissimmee, Florida. There's a lot of hoes out there. All right? A lot of them. Porno companies and shit. People just fucking doing wickedness. That's why the Lord is killing these niggas, man. Don't think, oh, you know, the poor survival victims. Oh, we need to help them niggas. No. The hell with them. The hell with them, huh? Look at that. Your little lake house, your little beach house, man. All destroyed. You niggas out there who think you're so hot because you live in Florida. You know what I mean? Always gloating shit about that, man. You know, that's that bullshit. And the Lord's gonna get their ass, man. He ain't done with you, man. And people in Georgia as well, man. There's a lot of evil-ass niggas out there, man. Anyways, obviously minus the Akim and the brothers who are sincere. You know, the Lord's... Y'all are already on your game, man. So I already know you not going to get caught up in that, you know. So it says here, deaths. It wasn't clear how many fatalities Ian had caused in Florida, with assistance slow to reach hard-hit communities and many roadways flooded or blocked. And that's beautiful because there was just a hurricane that hit, or Fiona, and now there's this one here too, man. So there was 2 hurricanes, man. And who knows what's coming next? There might be another one. Okay, there was a tsunami and an earthquake and shit, and this is all the signs of the Lord's coming. And people just think that this is a joke. No, there's death in this. Who's the one that kills and makes alive? The Lord, Yahweh. It says here, a 72-year-old man in Deltona, Florida, drowned after he went outside to try to drain his pool, authorities said. Officials feared the death toll would climb significantly. Now, I don't know how the hell he died doing that and drowned, but it sounds pretty outlandish. But it was just that man's time. That's a horrible way to die too. By the way, drowning, that shit's crazy. I don't know what's worse. Well, probably fire, but getting lit on fire is probably worse than drowning. But nonetheless, that's a wild ass way to go, man. Super traumatizing, man. As traumatic as you could get, basically. Floods, it says heavy rainfall deluged communities in central and eastern Florida overnight. I would have used a different word than deluged, but anyway, because most people ain't gonna understand that. Flash floods were reported across the region, including in Orlando and Daytona Beach. Good. It says an official in Seminole County, which obviously they stole that land, okay, from the Seminoles, and that's why it's named that. Northeast of Orlando. Yeah, see, that's all Gadite country and Reubenite country. That's bullshit. South Florida, that's all Reubenite country, man. And the fact that these people have taken this land, oh yeah, the Lord's got his way in the whirlwind. Storm surge. It says the National Hurricane Center said the storm surge of 12 to 18 feet of destructive waves struck the southwest Florida coast from Inglewood to Bonita Beach. Think about that. 18-foot destructive waves, man. Basically, if you're in the middle of that wave, you're going to just die. And there's absolutely wildlife out there that kills people. Like there's manatees and shit that's capable of killing you, even though typically they're supposedly not aggressive. But I don't give a shit. Anything that's, 500,000 pounds or however many goddamn pounds that thing is, which I'm just being facetious, but that's a big ass aquatic animal. You don't want nothing that's the size of a goddamn truck rolling up on you at all. You know what I'm saying? Floating around your ass. Get the hell out of here. Or a shark, man. There's tons of sharks out there. And it says here a section of the causeway leading to Sanibel Island collapsed. And officials in Naples and half its roads weren't passable. So, hey, yeah, you was done deal, man. Those people in Naples, Florida. Okay? All of these women with HIV and all y'all committing adultery and pornography, whoremongers and whores and sorcerers, the Lord is going to kill all y'all niggas and is taking y'all niggas out, man. You can't even charge your phones no more. Charge your little equipment and shit, man. Because the power's out, nigga. That's why. You evil niggas. Power is out. It says some 2.6 million people still had no power on Thursday afternoon. Good. Hope y'all devils out there starve to death. According to the tracking site, poweroutage.us, says utilities struggled to restore power as trees blocked access to infrastructure. Governor DeSantis said two of the hardest hit countries, Lee and Charlotte, were off the grid. And that's the same goofy ass devil that voted against the Sandy Hook hurricane or whatever, or the storm relief. And now he need relief. See how the Lord works? The Lord is getting you niggas. You're liars, you're thieves, and now you're stuck with this. See? Now you got to deal with that. Now you got to deal with shit like this. Vehicles are flooded. And once that vehicle floods, that shit's obsolete, man. That thing is done. You can't drive that shit no more. It's over. All the vital components of the car are destroyed for the most part. Now, they may try to salvage that car and sell it to somebody, but that's wild, man. You got 400 people calling for help. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Now, let me go to the scriptures. The one that I called on first. Nahum 1 and 3. The Lord Yahweh is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Lord Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Now let's go into that word for whirlwind. He's going to get y'all asses. Storm wind. It says whirlwind, tempest. Strong's definition. A hurricane. A hurricane. Storm. Okay? A hurricane, man. That's crazy. Yep, and it's the Lord is going to consume you. He's going to destroy you. That's what it's about. It's all about the death toll. Verse 4, he rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry, and drieth up all the rivers. Bashan languisheth, and Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languisheth. The mountains quake at him, and the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence, yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Who can stand before his indignation? Who can abide in the fierceness of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. The Lord Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. Right, so he's not going to get you brothers. So y'all brothers is going to be okay out there in Florida. I'm sure you've already been tipped off. Hey, man, there's a hurricane coming. Let's get the hell up out of here. You know, hurricane coming. Let's pack our stuff and leave now. You know, put our stuff in a storage facility and just get up out of here. You know, what I would have done is rented a U-Haul, took all my belongings that are important, you know, obviously, or as much as possible, put it into a storage facility that's pretty much safe from, you know, damage or whatever, structurally sound, or whatever, or just dip out, man. Just grab that thing up and bounce, man, for a couple of days, and then come back when it's better. You know, if you have to live down there, you know, it is what it is. Verse 8, it says, but with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemies. And that's crazy because they were out of power. You know, they were out of power. It says, what do ye imagine against the Lord Yahweh? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time. So, yeah, the Lord, he's going to smash y'all, man. It says, for while they be folded together as thorns, and while they are drunken as drunkards, they shall be devoured as stubble fully dried. See, that's crazy. So, yeah, no matter what you think you're going to do against the Lord, your ass is going to get smashed to dust and just blast. He's going to blast you with hurricane wind, man. With hurricane wind, man. Again, Nahum 1 in verse number 3. The Lord Yahweh is slow to anger. So he's been sitting there watching y'all niggas, man. All right, nigga. You know, you think it's straight? Good. Because when I come for you, I'm not going to pardon you. I'm going to take you out. And the Lord will abundantly pardon his men, you know, because, you know, we all commit iniquities and sins and things and times and need to repent from it. And always on the daily, like, Lord, please forgive me. And it might be unknowingly you doing it, or you just going off, your flesh is going off. But the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, will forgive his men. He will abundantly pardon his men. because we have the mind of the Lord and we don't want to do certain things. We just don't want to do it. But we're in this body of death that we need to be delivered from. But the people who are just out there committing sins and iniquities with no remorse, nah, man, the Lord's going to come and get their ass. Not doing the work of the Lord, just sitting there, just, all enthralled with the world. No, you're going to die. That's why it says, in great in power. He says, and will not at all acquit the wicked. See? The wicked are those people who are all the way cold. And also them lukewarm niggas. It says, and the Lord Yahweh hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. So guess what? When you see those clouds, okay, when you see the storms and the tempests and shit, you already know what it is. That's the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. All right? And that's what caused all of this. It says vehicles Saturday flooding in floodwaters on I-75 North Port, Florida. It says on Thursday following Hurricane Ian. I told you the Lord has his way in the whirlwind, the hurricane, man. So hey, South Carolina is next up, and Georgia. But we already know, the brother out there, the elder, he'll be all right. He's obviously tipped off and knows what it is, and this ain't his first time at the rodeo, man. So, may the Lord Yahweh Shai protect him and his family and all the Akim out there as well, and Georgia, of course, Atlanta around there. I'm positive y'all brothers is up out of there, because you already know what it is, man. We're watching for stuff like this. We're not just going about our business like it ain't nothing. So anyway, with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and on to the next one.